Welcome once again, my friends. I really appreciate your views. Thank you for watching my video. The topic that I was talking with you is the word war. I told you that the conference that led to the development of the United Nations Council, sorry, United Nations uh, Charter. Little bit I'm going to tell you United Nations Charter in short, so that will make my viewers informative, that will enrich them to some degree, that this August House is very important for world peace. The purpose was United Nations formation is world peace, so that's very important. The Yalta conference I told you was the main conference which actually established the United Nations Charter, United Nations to be formed. So the conference at the Yalta meeting and was decided at Yalta, Yal, Yalta, a place in Russia. Okay, was decided. So a conference of the United Nations at was held at San Francisco, United States of America, from 25th April to 26th June 1945. The conference started discussions on the United Nations Charter. Even before the surrender of Germany, the charter was signed by 50 participating nations on 26 June, before even Japan surrendered. Okay, the United Nations Charter became effective on 24th October 1945. The Charter defines the purposes and the structure of the United Nations. It begins with the following words. We have to keep in mind, concentrate on each and every word, because this August House is very important. His work, his purpose must be known by everybody in the world. We the peoples, we the peoples. See, look at we the peoples. As Indian Constitution also says that we the people of India. Okay. So the United Nations Council also in charter saying that we the peoples of the United Nations determined to save succeeding generations from scourge of war, which twice in our lifetime has brought untold sorrow to mankind, and to reaffirm faith in fundamental human rights, in the dignity and worth of the human person, in equal rights of men and women, and of nations large and small, and to establish conditions under which justice and respect for the obligations arising from the treaties and other sources of international law can be maintained, and to promote social progress and better standing of life in larger freedom. And for these ends, to practice tolerance and live together in peace with one another as good neighbors, and to unite our strength to maintain international peace and security, and to ensure for the acceptance of principles and institutions of methods that armed force shall not be used, save in the common interest, and to employ international machinery for the promotion of economic and social advancement of all the peoples, have resolved to combine our efforts to accomplish these aims. Accordingly, our respective governments have agreed to the present Charter of the United Nations and to thereby establish an international organization to be known as the United Nations. The purposes of the United Nations were defined in Article 1 of the Charter as 1. First, to maintain international peace and security, and to that end, to take effective collective measures for the prevention and removal of threats to the peace, and for the suppression of acts of aggression or other breaches of the peace, and to bring about to the peaceful means and in conformity with the principle of justice and international law, adjustment or settlements of international disputes and or situations which might lead to a breach of the peace. Second, to establish friendly relations among nations based on respect for the principle of equal rights and self-determination of peace, and to take other appropriate measures to strengthen universal peace. Third, to achieve international cooperation in solving international problems of the economic, social, cultural, humanitarian character, and in promoting and encouraging respect for human rights and for the fundamental freedom for all without distinction or as to race, sex, language, and religion, and to be a center for harmonizing the actions of nations in the attainment of these ends. To be a center for harmonizing the actions, okay, harmonizing the actions of the nations in the attainment of these common ends. The Charter also defines the structure and principal organizations of the United Nations. The principal organizations are: first, the United Nations General Assembly, composed of the representatives of all the member states. Second, Security Council, composed of representatives of the Soviet Union, United States, Britain, China, France as a permanent member, and of 6 other states chosen by the General Assembly for a term of 2 years. These members are subsequently raised to 10, and after the collapse of the Soviet Union, Russia became one of the permanent members. Third, an Economic and Social Council, composed of 18 members elected by the General Assembly. These members are subsequently raised to 27. Okay. Fourth, the Trusteeship Council, with members drawn an equal number from those administering trusts, territories, and others. Fifth, an International Court of Justice. Sixth, Secretariat. The Charter also includes a declaration regarding non-self-governing territories, which recognized the principle that The interests of the inhabitants of these territories are paramount, and the obligation to develop self-government, to take due account of the political aspirations of the people, and to assist them into progressive development of these free political institutions. The Charter also envisaged commissions and specialized agencies and institutions. Two important specialized agencies under the jurisdiction of the Economic and Social Council and the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization called as UNESCO and the WHO, World Health Organization. The creation of the United Nations was a significant and lasting achievement of the countries which which has taken part into the war against the fascist countries. That's the overall story of the United Nations and its body, its purpose, and its membership and its different organs. I told you everything about. So that's all. Thanks very much. I need your cooperation still more. Thank you very much.